like to work with Jeff stepping back this season? What was that atmosphere like on the set?
It was interesting. It did have it felt a little bit different. I mean, at this point, we pretty much had the same people every season in terms of crew and like everyone we're working with. So everyone kind of knows the flow. Everyone kind of knows what's supposed to go down and how things work. So it didn't seem too different. But usually when when Jeff was there before, he was always there, always behind the camera, writing notes and, like, oh, I don't like that, I didn't like that idea, let's change this. And so that was a little bit different, not having him there, because he's usually pretty prominent in that field.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still teamwork, nonetheless. So I don't think it was a bad thing. I think it was just different.
So we kind of saw a little bit of the aspect of, your character stepping up in a role in the pack. Do you think we'll see any more now that if we're talking about Scott's going away to do his own stuff? Will we see Liam step up?
That's definitely the end goal of my character, is that when Scott leaves, I'm going to be the one to take over, and that's throughout every season that's been kind of like the end goal is Scott wants Liam to step up and be a man and make the right choices and know how to lead. And it just seems like every season that gets more and more prominent for my character is, showing that he can lead and he can make the right choices.
Do you think we'll see more your temper coming out? That was a big issue previous season.
It was an issue. I think as my character grows and figures out who he is as a person, that aspect of his life he's able to control it. He's definitely each season he's able to control it more and more. But I mean, there's going to be those times, just like in any person's life, where you have breaking moments, or you kind of go back to an old part of your life, or whatever. And he kind of, that's his like go-to emotion is just anger. So there's going to be certain, parts to when he kind of loses it a little bit and goes back to that. But for the most part, I'd say that he's learning, how to control it pretty well.
The season ended with kind of your character and Hayden sort of happily werewolfed out together. Is that kind of flowing smoothly, or is there any like lingering resentment from before they got together, her death, or the choice of making her into a werewolf?
I think there doesn't have any resentment. I think he was just more so scared at the end of the last season where she was bit, because he's like already lost her once. He almost lost her again. He's like, I don't know what this is going to do to you, but it's up to you. He's like, at that point, he just didn't really know. He didn't, but it worked out, so that's good. And I mean, for this season, their relationship is, from the scenes that we've done and just the way it feels, it's very much more adult, and it seems like through all this shit that they had to do to be together, that it kind of, forced them to grow up.
Like a partnership.
Yeah, and it made them adults.
If there was one thing that you would say, or one moment that makes this upcoming season worth watching, what would you say to get fans back interested?
Just the overall tone of this season is just really creepy. It's, every season's a little bit different, and this season is just super, super eerie and just kind of like... What I can say is that these villains that we had this season are so much... They're so different from anything else we've ever done. And, we had real horses, which was really cool. And, I don't want to ruin anything because it's so cool and it's so different.
We saw the virtual reality of what they look like.
Yeah.
I saw it, and what they do in the disappearing, erasing people from memory.
Yeah.
So does that affect Liam at all? Like, is that where it's sort of like everyone gets wrapped up in it, or is it different A plots and B plots for the different villains and the different characters?
Everyone, to some degree, will get wrapped up in that.
Yeah.
There's some people more so, some people less, but everyone will, have to deal with ghostwriters and the memory loss aspect of that. Looked at Jeff to make sure he wasn't giving me any angry looks. No, but this season's going to be great. It has a new tone, new villains. I think everyone. It seems like every character is much more serious this season and much more focused on, like fighting these guys. Because in the past couple of seasons, there's always been like one or two characters that are kind of like lingering, like not sure. Like my first season was like my character was like, I don't know if I want to be a part of this. And I think it was last season. Scott was kind of having some trepidation.
Yeah, like it took a while for the first era of characters to really solidify themselves together, and I guess like a new group finally solidified that. What was filming the VR like? Was it just like shooting something normal, or do they do something different?
They used. We had to do it all the way through. There was no break, and then they used. It was like all green screen, so they edited everything else around us.
Okay.
And it was pretty simple, but they just gave us a script of like 3 pages, like learn this right now, and we have to do it.
Oh, cool.
So, but it was fun.
No,
I really
it's
like it. I can't wait to see it.